Today we're going to be rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see how many broken cards we can see today. And we're going to start off with the Magistic Rebirth. And you just enter the battlefield to tap. I don't even know how to get it onto the battlefield in the first place. It doesn't even have a mana cost. It taps for a blue mana. Very unusual for enchantments to be even tapping for any mana. It's taking Artifact's Thunder. We can also tap to sacrifice Magicive Rebirth. Add. What the hell is all this? We can cast like probably 20 Emrakuls off of this. And there's a random H. There's a random H at the bottom of this, and with Grixis and double green. Not a single white mana to be found out of all that. So yes, that, of course, it danger. Well, I don't even know if it actually a danger. What does it take to get this thing in play? We need to, like, as foretold this thing in play. It's basically like a 2-card combo. In short, you get the world. It's basically like, I don't know, as if you get 3 mana as foretold, you can Magicive Rebirth. Oh, you can also get this with Cascade spells. Cascade spells. No, but you still have to wait another turn. Yeah, Cascade will do that, but it will enter the battlefield tapped. You cannot tap and sacrifice this. Is this really as broken as it actually looks like? I mean, you get a lot of mana. It basically says you can cast almost as many cards as you want from your hand for free, which actually is not even true. You will get a limited amount of that mana. I don't even know what it is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm guessing it's 25 across. So what, we're at 100, 125. You're roughly like 130 mana, give or take, when you get around there. Opponent gets a turn. Yeah, exactly. So you need another card to enable it. Opponent gets to kill it. Maybe it's more fair than it actually is. And today, thanks to the power and ingenuity of Ferginka, we have a bingo card that we have here today. Right? Be familiar yourself with the bingo card. We got Nikachu can't read cards. This is so bad it passes. Random X on the cards. AI respects color pie. You win the game more than once. Nikachu distracted in real life. No card name. Turn 1, win the game. Iconic comment on the card. New mechanic. Nikachu reads AI wisdom. Still a land. Card is broken. Or wait. I think we got there. I think this is it. What, is this working? There we go. I think this card, it looks broken at first, but really, it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. You have to basically find a way to cheat it in play, and then your opponent has the ability to actually get rid of this. Not to make, you have to wait until the next turn. So it's like, it's a 2-card combo to then wait another turn to get this thing going online. It is broken in the Chaos way. Chaos way, I suppose that's right. Rating AI generated AI bingo card stream. Yeah, let's go! Magicive Rebirth. All right, you're actually fair in some weird way. Now, because of streaming technical difficulties, the music is going to be a little jank and limited, and there's going to be no sound effects until I fix it. But you know, this is how it's going to go from for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, not too long. All right, next up we have Lightning Rage. This is a 4-mana 3/1 Krefin. Legendary Krefin at that. It's got assless. You know, some people complain that other people have no ass. You know, that's something people like to see on other people. They got ass. This one is assless. So what is it? You may cast a black spell with mana value X. Who said I couldn't do it before anyway? If you control a creature with power life this turn, it gets +1/+1 until of turn if able. None of that made any sense to me. Jank and limited? What's going on here, Wizards of the Coast? There's no card. There is no card type. That's right. And if we look at the bingo card, well, what do we have here? Where's the new creature? Sorry, it's got new creature type. So we can cross that off. It is a Krefin, as far as I know. I've never heard of that one before. And oh yeah, it's a legendary Krefin. So we don't know if it's an enchantment. I guess it's a creature. It's got that legendary look to it, but I think they give that to the enchantments as well anyway. Frequency says assless? No, it's asless. Although I'm interpreting it the exact same way as you are. I didn't choose the power life. The power life chose me. Yeah, everyone wants the power life. If you control a creature with power life, the life of the power. You know what gets you that power? A little fuel of Nissa. That's right. So anyway, this card just makes little sense to off to the rank with this thing. What a stupid invention. Artwork looks like a tree that's on fire or something, so it's really assless. Yeah, 10 out of 10 flavor. You want to ship that thing? I'm not shipping this thing. It doesn't make any. If you control a creature with power life this turn, it gets +1/+1. Power life undefined. Also creature type incredibly undefined. Or sorry, it's a legend. It's obviously probably a creature. We can fill in the blanks here. We can read between the lines. Okay, we got Curify. This is a green, black, 2 generic, 2/2 giant cleric. Look how big it is. It's a 2/2. How pathetic. It's got flying and haste, though. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is your devotion to white. And Curify has first strike as long as it's attacking. It's legendary. What? That is so unusual. So if we attack, all of a sudden, this card is special. It's a one of a kind. But when I'm not attacking, there's many of me. It's almost like Agent Smith. The one Smith attacking Neo, that one's legendary. But when not attacking Neo, Agent Smith is just a million Agent Smiths. Okay, we can also tap, search your library for a basic land card, reveal that card and put it to your hand, then shuffle. That is okay, I guess. They istlied today many piles posidly Horwiat places. Made just as much sense as all the other AI-generated garbly-gook that we read on this show. Some very Jabberwocky-esque flavor text. Oh yes, the wise words of the AI. Basically just making stuff as they go. What is the point of X? Shouldn't it be just like this spell costs 1 less to cast where X... I guess it makes sense though. So your devotion, let's say your devotion to white is 5. Then it just costs 5 colorless less to cast. So you cast it for 2. It's not too bad. Rest sucks, but it used X properly, surprisingly. Is it playable? Search your life as first. It gets first strike as long as it's attacking. It's legendary. Oh, wait, is it just saying it's? I think it's just saying it's legendary. Maybe it's just legendary as is, just like the old-fashioned cards, like Urtai, the original. I think the original Urtai was like this. This permanent is legendary. Pretty strong, but not broken. I don't know if it's strong at all. I'm staring down at a 4 mana 2/2 flyer. Oh, you could immediately look for a basic land though. So you slam this on the battlefield, you can immediately tap it for its basic land search ability. You know what? It's doable. I could say that this is definitely doable. Thank you so much, Salty Rad, for your super chat. LOL, Assless. Guess we ain't cooking no bottom sirloin. No, don't be expecting anything from the bottom. Bottom got no meat. Okay, it's not broken. Does it hit anything on our bingo card? Oh, it uses X properly. It did use X properly. We're doing something on this diagonal, Coffee Crew. We're getting something going on with this diagonal. Yeah, you get immediate value out of this Benovsky. So slam it, go get your basic, and then you basically don't care what happens to this thing. Okay, next up, we got Alaritz of Thanip. This is a blue-black 4 generic 6/6 elemental. Now, it's got Menace. It's got Eternalize for 6 mana, so you can bring it back from your graveyard. I believe it's like a 4/4 creature. Tap, you may put a Samurai card you own from outside the game on top of your library. That is so weird. It's like, okay, we're going to take Samurai cards. No, we're not going to put them in play. We're not even going to put them in your hand. They go directly on top of your deck. This is very... How do I put it? It's very uncard-like. Very technically legal. I guess it's not that much different from the other outside the game cards, like a Wish. It's like a very fair Wish, except it's on a creature at the same time. You could have this as your commander. It'd be useless in commander, though. You don't have outside the game in commander. Well, I think officially you don't, but casually you do. It can prevent you from decking it. It absolutely can. You can just grab cards for eternity from outside the game. New mechanic crossed off. Assless. Eternalize already exists. Asless? New mechanic cross off. Eternalize. Oh no, Eternalize does exist. That's a real mechanic. Definitely playable. Okay, Ferb says, I think it's just slow. Seems pretty fine. Is Eternalize an old mechanic? Yeah, it's not that old. Or maybe I'm old. It came out like what, 2017-ish? You know, what's it called? Around the era of Amonkhet and because that was a thing. It was an embalming thing. You know, the mummies. You mummified it. It comes back as a mummy. It's a zombie. Hour of Devastation around there. Yeah, the Egyptian set. That's easier to remember. Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't remember if they had Eternalized and Amonkhet, but you know, it was around that block that happened. But those times you just need a samurai for reasons. Yeah, them samurai. We have to Eternalize them samurai. All right, so does it go here? Reminder, missing power, toughness. So we got all that. Non-functioning loyalty. This is a real card. Oh my god, we're gonna get a bingo super early on here. The AI bingo card. Okay, moving on. We got Liliana of Illumi. Okay, it is a blue Golgari, 3 generic. 5! It's a 5! I don't know if that's power or toughness. I'm assuming toughness. It's a legendary creature. It's a gems. You are a gem, Liliana. Liliana of Illumi enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a plains. Tap to untap target equipment, because we all know how often we're tapping those equipments. Is a blue, black, Golgari, Rakdos, red, tap. Discard a card, return each creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Otherwise, search your library and or graveyard for a card named Jage. ID 6's Divined. Each opponent. Now, the nest, the first counter on creatures pay this, the creature cards in your graveyard. I swear, this is just all AI-generated flavor text. And also for a black, sacrifice frog assassin's creature. Create 4 bases lands. I think this card got way too ahead of itself over here. Yeah, this is not even a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they have a lot of words on them, but it's intelligible. Nothing on this card makes sense. Those aren't as chaos. Oh, chaos ensued plenty on this card. Is that on the bingo card, though? We have random X. Yeah, no, this is so bad it passes. Not at all. Return of old mechanic. Oh, the Amonkhet one, Return of old mechanic. Oh, how old are we going to say that? It was so old, people didn't even know. Okay, so the Eternalize, I think that qualifies here. Still land. Reminder text is wrong. Missing power or toughness. I don't know which one is missing. What? That is weird though. So we got. I mean, what's missing? The power or the toughness? Oh, because we only got one number here. Liliana is a 5. 5 stars for the Liliana of the Illumi. New mechanic from Aslas, the first card today. Is that a new mechanic? I think was that a new mechanic? Okay, we'll have new mechanic. We can put that on there. What does Yu-Gi-Oh card imply on the bingo? It would be like a lot of words, but it's all intelligible. So it'd be like the text box is full, because that's what they like to do in Yu-Gi-Oh. They got a text box. It's meant to be used. It's meant to be filled up. You fill that thing up like a garbage bag. Don't be throwing that garbage out unless it's completely full. That's how they do it with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They can just fill it full of junk. Welcome, G-Up. I bet 5 is the loyalty because it's Liliana, except it's not a planeswalker, so the neural net tripped on it. Yeah, it's like we have legendary creature. Wait a minute, is this a planeswalker? Yeah, where did it start? The bottom? And it put the loyalty on the power and toughness thing? Whatever. Okay, definitely junk. Absolute mind fudged on this one. To the rank with it. We got Bob! This is Bob from accounting. We have a blue, 3 generic, 4/4 Nightmare Horror. Now, it's Bob Bramer, of all things. Not related to Bob Barker. Not all Bobs are the same. Enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Pay for return Bob Bramer from your graveyard to your hand. And then creatures you control have flanking. There's a lot of words, and they're actually all legal at the same time. X not specified, unlimited X. Oh yeah, enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. That's broken. That's danger. Where's the X not specified? Random X on the card, basically. Completely unnecessary. So we get like a double stream tonight, right? No, you don't. You get nothing. You get one a day. I screwed up one day. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it up on a Saturday or something. PM says I miss the fleshes being reached on the bingo card. Okay, we heard the music from the from what's it called? The sponsored music Q has arrived. That means we have to thank our sponsor. We're gonna look at more AI generated cards. Don't change that dial. We gotta thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. Duskborn House of Horrors coming out. Get your pre-ordered cards here at FusionGamingOnline.com. I'm definitely gonna get that Drowner Merfolk card. What creepy crawlers you want to add to your commander deck? You know how you can support the channel while you do that? You can use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Whoops, where am I going here? Use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases from Fusion Gaming. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format you want in Magic the Gathering on Magic Online, and they're coming out big with Dual Commander. Dual Commander is going to have a huge future. So if you like one-on-one Commander, the singleton format, they'll support on Magic Online, and you can rent any deck in Dual Commander when you're renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_F90. Yeah, everything's a bit jank today. A lot of technical difficulties. Okay, this is very doable. Votes for Deeply, by the way. Old Bob Brainer's vote for Deeply. Okay, next up. We got the Acceptable Raven. This is a 3-mana sorcery with cycling of 2. Okay, we can cycle our sorcery. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. Not useless. It's actually super playable. It's not doable. Nikachu has infinite power and toughness. Oh yeah, not doable. Send it to the rank. Absolutely broken. Steve Cooper likes the art. This is some sort of second place Raven. I guess second to Stormcrow. I don't know what to say about this card. It's very underwhelming, to be honest. It is a real card. You won, Raven. You have been accepted into the academy. We would take you as your own. I'm sure a lot of black decks would play you as well. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. That is very unusual for black as well in the color pie. Hegemony says would print acceptable. Now, I mean, if you have no target creature to put on top of their library, you can always just spend 2 mana. Well, you know what you could also do with this card? You could put it says any creature. You could put your own creature on top of your library and then wipe the board. Wouldn't that work? I think that would work. You wipe the board, then you get your Acceptable Raven out. Sorry, you wipe the board, then you get your creature from top of your library and then replay it next turn. 3 mana to bounce something and basically deny a card seems decent. You could look at it that way as well. Color pie break? Yeah, a little color pie break. Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? You know what color gets that? Blue. You know who's allies with blue? You know who learned that from them? I mean, blue is allies with black around here. So it's only fair that they, learn a little bit of stuff off of each other. Blue learns that dark black magic, and blue learns that cunning, insightful magic. You can put opponent's creature and not once per turn. Huh? It's a draft card. Look, that's a good card. You don't. The Acceptable Raven, it should be accepted into this community. Okay, we got Ancient Torture. This is a 2 mana instant. Choose one. If you choose this one, it's useless. Okay, you can also scry 2, then draw a card, and then, or each player sacrifices a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. That's interesting. Everyone's choosing one. It said choose, you know what? It said specifically choose one. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to choose in the first place. You know, we're only doing what it said. It's like, no, not that one. I like this ability. Each player sacks a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. You punish those proliferate players. Oh, you want to play proliferate? You want to buff up your creatures with counters? Well, suck it to the ancient torture. You're gonna feel tortured to have those damn counters on it. And if nothing else, if there are no creatures with counters on it, you can go scry 2 and draw a card anyway. Which is not, which actually is pretty good. It's like super cycle. Gotta pick one. It says so on the card. Well, not really, but you're good enough for now, huh? I'm surprised there's no actual card called Ancient Torture. Well, there will now. You're gonna conjure it into existence, Sheave Lord. Instant speed, scry 2 or removal. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah. End of turn. Each player sacks a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Got him. Vaughn's like, it's kind of cool. Opponent can't just sacrifice a 1/1 to it unless they can put a counter on the creature. So I think this card Zybers a little bit. I think this card Zybers. It's a pretty cool card. General Balloon would approve of this card. Bingo players cross card with a choice. Huh? Bingo players cross card with a choice. Does this hit our bingo card? Kind of comment. This is so bad it passes. You win game more than once. 6 words in the name. Card with a choice. Oh, card with a choice. Will we actually get a bingo here? We're 2 away many ways. We're 2 away up here. We're 2 away down here. We are 2 away diagonally. We're making some really good progress here. It's good against army token amass. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. They'd have to I actually don't know how amass works. I'm assuming it's a counter, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a counter. Anyone know if the amass thing on a token is a counter? Okay, Centaur Wayward. It's a 3-mana instant. Choose one. Destroy target artifact. Centaur Wayward deals 1 damage to each creature of your choice, or create an 8/7 blue basic creature token. The most basic vanilla clean design. All right, it's beautiful. 8/7 toughness. 8 power, 7 toughness. At instant speed, actually, is just absolutely insane. Well, also destroying artifacts deals 1 damage to each creature of your choice. Wow, so it's a complete token disaster. Elena Wong's like, a danger, absolutely a danger. So unless that artifact is about to kill me, I think I'm gonna go for option 3, Bob. Yeah, an 8/7 for 3 mana is pretty decent. You know what? As good as that is, I wonder how broken that is. Like, if someone spends 3 mana for an 8/7 commander, is that like even that big of a deal? I feel like vanilla creatures are sort of like pushed out of the game. I don't know how big a vanilla creature needs to be actually good in this game. It's not like it has hexproof or shroud or anything. You know what I mean? Is it playable versus Is it playing the bagpipes or are those legs? I think you're right. I think it's carrying some bagpipes around. You know, the Centaur Wayward has a hobby, you know? Sometimes involved in a war, sometimes... I mean, maybe that's the artifact. It takes its bagpipes and smacks you with them. Smacks artifacts. Breaks it in half. 5 legs? Okay, that I can't discredit. There appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs around here. Some people are born with extra legs, okay? That's an advantage, not a disadvantage. It hates on artifacts. Clean the board of weenie decks or just put a huge body on the battlefield. Something against every archetype. Yeah, very versatile for a 3 mana. Very, very strong for a 3 mana instant speed card. But it's very doable. It's playable. It's very strong. It's not so bad it passes. Still land. Reminder text is wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh! Non-functioning. This card does nothing. Chat must save or correct me. Oh, I was corrected actually about the infinite power. Yeah, that's right. Actually, you guys corrected me on the what's it called? This guy, Bob Raymer. Yeah, I didn't recognize that you enters the battlefield with an unspecified X, which actually made it broken. Yeah, I missed that one. Okay, but what is it? Does this cross any no name on cards? 6+ cards the name. Nikachu distracted. No. Okay, we're gonna just move on. Playable but completely busted. Absolutely. Ovan says it's a flavor fail. That Centaur is not wayward. It's absolutely on point. To be honest, I don't know what wayward means. Moving on. We got the Soul 4-wing. This is a 4-mana enchantment at the beginning of your pre-Kamanu blue step. Put a time counter on Soul 4-wing. Now, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more time counters on Soul 4-wing, if you do, draw a card! Wow. 40 or more time counters. I've worked so damn hard to just get cash in on one card here. Chaos definitely ensued here. It's actually not that much chaos. And for a black, okay, we could play it for a black with Madness. One it doesn't do anything. It's so bad that it's useless. It's, what do you mean, almost solid? Is it like we have like a bunch of abilities here that are pointless? I don't know what a pre-Komanu blue step is. Is that before the first main phase? After? Does it have? Do I at least get that before end of turn? Wes is like, what should I do if I have pro blue and blue step? Hopefully I have protection. Infinite draws after 40 turns. No, not 40 turns. If it has 40 or more time counters. So you have to somehow suspend this and add time counters with like the Doctor Who cards. When he gets, yeah, if you get 40 or more time counters on Soul Wing, if you do draw a card. And I guess, I'm assuming it just triggers once. No, it triggers perpetually, I guess. It'll deck you out. This is so bad, it danger to yourself. The new rule set of 2050. Modern Horizons 2050, it's coming. It's not a mace you deck out. I think so. I think this is one of those types of cards that just perpetually triggers for forever. Petchman, streams are back on the menu, boys. Boys and girls, we are back. I mean, if you aren't decked out after 40... Well, in 60 card Magic, that's true. 100 card Magic, I don't know why the game is still going on. So bad at path. No, this is illegal. Like, the whole thing is illegal. I don't know what a pre-Kamanu blue step is. It's so bad that it's useless. It's useless to all of us. If you do what exactly? We have to get... Yeah, exactly. The beginning of your pre-Kamanu. Don't get too many dirty minds around there. Too many dirty minds. It's at least got Madness cost to drop it early and hope you have it for 40 turns. You still need to suspend it. Like, it needs to have... Oh, no. There are time counters in play. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There are time counters in play. Okay, moving on. This is just junk. Okay, we got the task... task Fulling. Task Fulling enters the battlefield tapped. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put a card with mana value 5 or less from their hand onto the battlefield. What the hell? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, we can do this. We're doing this immediately on turn 1. This is basically, what's it called? Is this braids? I think it's something like braids at the beginning of each player's upkeep. So, like, we don't get to benefit from this immediately. Someone to our left benefits from this immediately. I know, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. No, but it is sort of fair because we can't abuse it immediately. Each player at Zybers. I know, and we're last. Yeah, you can put a card with mana value 5 or less from their hand onto the battlefield. Both. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, both players can use it. No, all players can use it, yeah. But we can't use it simultaneously. So at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player, their upkeep, may put a card with mana value 5 or less. They went the extra mile to balance it with Yavimaya and Urborg. Why? Because it enters the battlefield taps? It's like, you can't add mana with it immediately. Yeah, the Eureka Land! It's gonna make sure that task is fulfilled around here. Bruh, group hug land. Hell yeah. Group hug land. Card not permanent. What if I try to pull an instant? You may put a card with mana value 5 or less from their hand. I don't know. Do we manifest it? I don't know how that card works. Yeah, if we put a card. I guess what ends up happening is you do have to put a permanent card. Yeah, it doesn't tap for mana. It's got the tabernacle downside. So it's like it's got a broken ability. But you ain't tapping it for mana. Oh yeah, it comes into play tap. It's completely redundant. Oh no, remember, it's not completely pointless. Urborg and Yavimaya, people. With Urborg and Yavimaya, you'd be able to tap this for mana. But not on turn 2. So that's exactly the turn that you'd have the task fulfilling available with your Urborg. Your turn 1 Urborg or Yavimaya. CEDH players having all instant low-cost cards won't benefit. That's right. Ha! You built your deck with a bunch of spells. You're never gonna be. Your task will never be fulfilled. Or sorry, fullinged. So bad into land removal. Yeah, for sure. This wouldn't see any play at Stole Trash. What are you kidding? I mean, competitively, I have no idea. Yeah, okay. Competitively, no. But like casually, absolutely would see some play. This is jank that you take to the bank. Okay, does this work? This is so bad it passes. AI respects color pot. You win the game more than once. No card name. Turn 1. Nope. Iconic comment on cards. Still a land. It is still a land. No wisdom. Reminder text is wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh! Non-functioning loyalty. This card does nothing. No, I don't think we get anything out of this. Bingo card's still open. Well, it is technically still a land, but it did not mention that. The card itself has to mention it. All right, task fulfilling. Thumbs up for this card. It can be a turn 1 win for someone else. Yeah, it may be for somebody else. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Okay, or I guess it is going to be for me. Okay, we have a Font of Yuda. This is a 2-mana sorcery. Return all aura cards you control to their owner's hands. Font of Yuda deals damage to you equal to the number of cards in your library face down. What the hell is this? It's Seppuku the card! I don't like. It's gonna be so hard to even pull this off. So for all the auras, I tried so hard to get onto the battlefield and equip to my creatures. I'm now going to bounce them back to my hand to then blast myself in the face to eternity. Deals damage equal to the number of cards in my library face down. Well, I would think all of them are face down in my library, hopefully. I would imagine all double-faced cards. Oh yeah, hold on. The double-faced cards might still... Oh, yeah, if like my whole deck is double-faced cards, technically not everything is face down. Some cards, you can never turn them face down, no matter how many times you turn them face down. This plus redirect damage effect plus Brash Taunter. All right, everyone. I'm going to blast myself in the face for about 80 damage. But here's the thing. I've got Brash Taunter, and I'm going to redirect all that damage to you. Turn 2, let's go. Turn 2, it does nothing. Return all auras. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't even need auras. That's right. Yeah, return all auras, we go back to our hand. That's redundant. And then it deals damage equal to the number of just cards in my library face down. Charbelcher is a staple with this. Yeah, a danger to you immediately by turn 2. This is a new, like, yeah, this is like a new combination with Pariah and Stuffy Doll. New combo piece enabled. You know what I'd say? It's so bad it passes. This card is so bad, but it's good. It's actually so bad it can be good. There is a way. There's combo potential with the Font of Ueda. Did that make a bingo? No, we still have no bingo. Damn, it's hard to make a bingo. Verginka made a great bingo card. Zyber's combo. It's stone cold useless, but can be a very stupid win con. Well, hey, if we can win with it at all. Oh, the Font of Yuda plus Hive Mind. That's genius. What if someone in response like mills their entire library? Library cards are probably not face down. Technically, are they? No, they're face down. I mean, as far as I can tell. Do you play with your deck face up? I know I don't. Salty Rad, Deflecting Palm, and the Font of Yuida. Ooh, that would work too. Yeah, let's Deflecting Palm our own Font of Yuida. I'm gonna play the Font of Yuida, but I'm gonna hold priority because I'm gonna play Deflecting Palm to redirect all that damage back to you. The stupid win, yeah, the stupid win cons are the best win cons. You know, you look at junk like this, like how could this ever win? And then you show the way. There's always a way. I thought the middle would be hard, but it was literally, was first one to cross out. Oh yeah. What was the middle one? It was that the card's broken. Oh wait, yeah. Not nearly as broken. Okay. More like font. Yeah, more like font. You dead. Badoom. Okay, Fontuita is actually insane. Okay, moving on. We got Baned Skyline. Baned Skyline is a 4-mana enchantment. All lands are 2/2 colorless artifact creatures. Oh, this is like the green version of... Oh, there's that swamp one. It's like all lands are like 1/1 swamps or something, or all swamps are 1/1 lands. This is like a deviation, like sort of like a variation of that. Pedgeman has one word, Pyroclasm. This was Pyroclasm, and then your Bane Skyline going to be Banned Skyline. Are they still lands? They're not still lands, not yet. It's yeah, we can bork all them 2/2 creatures to death. Blow their lands up. There's a lot. Aren't there a lot of cards that are like all lands become 2/2 colorless artifact creatures? They should still be lands though. They will tap for mana. I think this is a cool card. I think this is really neat. Pair this with Ramp or Provoke. Yeah, you could do that. I think that's the boring way to use it. See, the rest of you have Nasty Mind. We have like Steve Cooper here. The Elish Norn Grand Cenobite combo. You have an Elish Norn out. Your lands are 4/4s. Your opponent's lands, they're nothing. They're dead. They were born to die. They didn't even grow up to be 3/3s. You can't get any mana. I think you can still get, like, it doesn't change the card type, right? So the lands are 2/2 colorless artifact creatures, but I'm pretty sure they are still forests. I'm pretty sure they still retain their land types. How do you deal with this? With no mana. Is it really going to remove the mana cost? No, they're not still lands. So they literally have to say that they're still lands to be lands. They're no longer lands, Nikachu. Well, that sucks. Yeah, okay, well, that's insanely broken. Well, okay, you're going to have to live off of your artifacts. In the year 2030, there is no land. Everything is a wasteland. And those wastelands are 2/2 colorless artifact creatures. These days, when we need mana, we need to get it from the artifacts. The artifacts bring us the manas. If you lose the land card type, you lose the land types. Alright, I'm going to have to believe all of you. Not still a land. Non-functional. This card does nothing. 6 words in the name. You win the game more than once. No, we got okay. We got it. Talk about territory battles. Yeah, territorial battles. It's a very interesting card. I guess it's broken then. There's no way. This is basically perpetual Armageddon for 4 mana. Perpetual Armageddon. Christopher B says, new show idea. Best cards that use double-digit numbers. Like 10 or more? You mean like Emrakul? Merit Lage and the rest of them? We get the mana from our mana dorks, and it's GG. Basically, yeah, this would actually be busted in a green deck. Green has like access to like the best artifact, well, maybe not the best artifact cards, but like it works smoothly with their mana ramp cards, and they'd have easy access to artifacts. And you just play the stupid Bane Skyline and ban all your opponent's lands out of the game. Artifact decks would rule this meta, and the artifacts are the new overlords. Overlords forever. Can the land still tap for mana? Apparently not. I was corrected by chat. Do wastes also keep their ability since they don't get it from a basic land type? I think they're a basic land, but they don't have a basic land type. But therefore they don't get. I don't think they're gonna be lands anymore is the problem. I don't think they're just gonna be colorless artifact creatures. The land becomes a creature. The waste can still tap for mana? Okay, I just don't understand this game anymore. I don't understand. I just say ban the skyline. Ban it. What the hell is this? It's cute. It's the Sword of Honor. A 5 mana 5/4 bird construct. Pay 2, tap, add twice, 3 times. Isn't this just 6? This effect lasts indefinitely. But why? You heard the bird. Add twice, 3 times. Looks like the math is mathing over there. I don't know what kind of gibberish is going on the thing. It's Meek's little buddy. Can't do the math. Does this count for does nothing? Oh, absolutely. This card does absolutely nothing. It feels like it does something, but it does absolutely nothing. Instinct of Hopes, let handful is the bang of the magic. Do we have a bingo? We do not have any bingo. This is a mess of nonsense. There's no bingo on this card. It makes you practice your times tables. Add twice, 3 times. This feels like it could be something somewhere, like in a mechanic. Like when you have an activated ability, and then it like X or something, and X is supposed to trigger upon something, and then you can like activate Sword of Honor to give it the X6 or something. Reminder text? I don't think this is that great. Where is that? Nikachu reads AI wisdom. Is this really what? Is this the wisdom you're looking for? Instinct of Hopes. Let handful is the bang of the magic. The instinct of hope. Whatever. Okay. Wise enough. Remember to hope, instinctually hope for things. It's the bang of magic. It's not incorrect reminder text, it's incorrect ability. Yeah, the ability is completely incorrect. Oh, the reminder text seems accurate though. This effect lasts indefinitely. There's nothing wrong with that one. This stream is the bang of magic. Absolutely. David's got that. Hands down. I like that. All right. Don't forget to always watch Coffee and MTG on Nikachu MTG Live. It's the bang of magic, at least once every 2 weeks. Loving the bingo card thing. You gotta thank Ferginka. Huge thanks to Ferginka for making this thing. Okay, moving on. We got the Dapit Revelers. This is a 2-mana artifact. Remove Dapit Revelers from your deck before playing if you're not playing for ante. Okay. We're going back to beta, fellas. In beta, we played for ante. Tap. Put a charge counter on Dapit Revelers. Remove 3 charge counters from Dapit Revelers. We get to draw a card. Then you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh, not bad. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, create a food token. That's interesting. So we're not allowed to actually play with this card unless we're playing for ante. And it's actually like, it's sort of strong. It's sort of strong, like, but it's not that strong. Like 2 mana, you tap it, put a charge counter on it. So what? By turn 4, we can put the 3rd charge counter on it, then remove 3, draw a card, and put a creature card back onto the battlefield. Doable without the ante. Remove it from your deck before playing, if not playing for it. We have to play it with the ante. Does this count as a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Honestly, I don't think the font's small enough. Not small enough. I'm not, it's not going to qualify as a Yu-Gi-Oh card. If you have to, here's the deal. If you have to ask, it's definitely not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Free Emrakul though. Free is a good price. Can't play without ante. Does nothing with it. Can't play without ante. Remove from your deck before playing if you're not playing for ante. Oh, hold on. Remove from your deck before playing if you're not playing for... Oh, yeah. So you have to play for ante. I don't get this thing. What's the criticism here? Can't play without ante. Does nothing with ante. No, it's still a card. It's just like if you have to be playing with it, like it's no anti-ish ability on it, but it's saying like, hey, you need to be playing for something here. All right, we're playing for keeps when we're playing the Dap at Revelers. It's giving, the image is giving me what's that Christmas Halloween movie with like the Halloween Before Christmas or some crap like that? I can't remember. Some Americans out there have to know what I'm talking about. He means that the first line is usually for cards that affect the ante, and it doesn't affect the ante. No, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, the card just literally says, if you're not playing with ante, you can't play with this card. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, this is giving me very Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. The Halloween Before Christmas. That makes no damn sense. You all remember the Nightmare Before Christmas. It was a banger. They don't make these banger movies anymore. Good for deck thinning, though. Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, that's so good for... So you can, like, go into a game with a 60-card deck? Hold on, how does that work, though? If that is... Does it work like that? Like, can I go to the table with a 60-card deck with ante, but then, like, remove the cards before playing the game because we're not playing for ante? Hence why they're banned? Because all the ante cards are banned. In the... it would be... Yeah, it would be banned. But that'd be a great... I like that gimmick. It's a great idea. The Damn Draws says, my stop-motion teacher worked on that movie and his wife designed the vampires, I think. Interesting. You're in the drawing business, aren't you, The Damn Draws? I'd believe it. Yeah, it would not be legal. It would never get there. 56-card deck, but anti-mention cards are automatically banned by Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, they're all... Yeah, that's true. They're all banned. Even in Commander. You'd have to really convince someone that you're allowed to play with this card. All right, moving on. We've got the Wake of Feast Extermbling. This is a blue 2 generic enchantment with Aquas Permanent. And whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That's unique. That's pretty cool for anyone that can cast. Oh, Storm players are salivating. There's absolutely nothing fair about this card. The Storm players, I think they are absolutely drooling over this. Because with Past in Flames, of course they're drawing cards from their graveyard. Free cycling neat. Nice. Zybers. Oh, you guys. I don't think people see the danger. Very real looking card. This is just a real card. This has busted written all over. I don't know why yet, but it does. I agree with you. Grave Storm time. Also weirdly doable. Flashback is in the room. Oh yeah, that's true. You could just play it fairly with Flashback. True story. Not that Zilla likes this thing. I think this counts as for the AI respects the color pie space. Does it? I guess so. Where is it? AI respects the color pie. A very blue thing for blue to do. It's a blue enchantment. Yeah, like it's like sort of a global enchantment in the fact that, like, hey, if a player does anything, especially from casting cards from the graveyard, we may draw a card. Oh, sorry, we may discard a card if you do draw a card. Looting effect is red, not blue, though. Ooh, maybe not respecting color. Is there any blue that discards first then draw? You cycle the card, play from your graveyard, then proc cycle it again. Looting is red. Okay, do you know what? I completely agree. We have to erase this. Okay. AI did not respect the color pie enough in this case. 6+ words in the name. Have we come across one card like that? This is 4. Yeah, looting is blue, tons of blue creatures. No, but this isn't looting. So this is rummaging, where you discard a card, and then when you discard, you draw. Looting is when you draw, then discard. So that is a blue-red thing, but I think rummaging is a strictly strictly red thing. There are a lot of blue wheels. How many? Oh, Windfall? You're right. Windfall, Time Twister, sort of. Well, Merfolk Looter draws discards, right? This is other people rummaging. Okay, hold on. Whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. No, we are drawing. Mr. Deadhead's like, this is full blue, damn it. This respects a color. Do we have any color pie specialists in the house? Where are we arguing about this? Because we have a bingo card. And there's a spot over here. AI respects the color pie. A player can include you. Yeah, but it's... Okay, that's not what we're arguing about. We're arguing if this discarding and drawing is a blue thing. It's in the color pie. All right, I'm going to have to... you know what? I guess because of Windfall, it's fine. Okay, I stand corrected. Blue has wheels, but I don't think that there are cards that discard a single card to draw a card. No, that's fine. Respects it enough. Blue benefiting off of red doing its thing seems to fit. All right, fair enough. And I think it's a Zyber card. Absolutely Zybers. Is this the first AI bingo? It is correct. Created by Ferginka. Some people have made... You know what? Honestly, you guys have made a lot of bingo cards in the past, but I just always forgot you made one. This one I could remember for today's show. Okay, we got Gideon's Reach Ranger. This is Gideon's Reaching Ranger. It's a white, 1/3 human cleric with Cascade. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Also has +1 loyalty. Create a 2/2 green bear creature token. Also has -2. Target creature doesn't untap during their controller's next untap step. And also -3. Prevent the next 5 damage that would be dealt to any target this turn. It's a planeswalker that isn't a planeswalker. No loyalty. That's correct. It's gonna have it in a second though. Is there a loyalty one? What's the thing on loyalty? Non-functioning loyalty? Non-functioning. But this is functioning. No, this is completely functioning. All these you can use these loyalties. It's 100%. Does this count as loyalty space? No. In my opinion, no. You can have creatures that have loyalty abilities. And you know how I know this? Because Grist can be eaten up by Agatha's Soul Cauldron, put on a creature, and then that creature can use the loyalty abilities. It gets the abilities of Grist. So it literally comes up in competitive play. I wouldn't say all the time, but often enough that I know. I've played against this combo before. Yeah, the Grist plus Cauldron. So these loyalty abilities, they are legal. They are actually all legal. You just can't attack this planeswalker to death. It will gain loyalty. It will gain loyalty. As completely messed up as that sounds. I went to watch from the start of your stream. Darn, what happened to your mic earlier? I have no idea. I don't know if there's anything wrong with my mic earlier. This so in danger then? I guess so. I don't. It's a three mana. Yeah, let's read back this thing. It's a 3 mana Cascader. You can have as your, what's it called? As your now we go back to actually evaluating this card. We went from like the bingo card to now evaluating the card. It's a 3 mana legendary creature. So you can have it as your commander. It cascades. You can add 1 mana. You can tap it to ramp. And we make bear creature tokens. Now, immediately, remember, you can only make bears immediately because it has no loyalty, right? It's at 0. It starts at nothing. So it's basically a 3 mana Cascader that makes a bear. That's it. Creates 2/2 every turn and can't be targeted without removals. No, it can be targeted. It's still a creature. That's it. Then you got distracted for the bingo? No, I'm not distracted here. It doesn't lose loyalty for taking damage because that is correct. For taking damage, so it has like perpetual loyalty, but it's still, you deal 3 damage to it and it's dead. New Kaito isn't a planeswalker during your turn. It is a creature, not in addition to its other types, and still can use its abilities. So absolutely. I think this card is fine, to be honest. I think it's a pretty cool card. It's not even a very strong creature at that. I just realized the Cascade, says Pyro Tempest Wing. You can't attack it directly. Well, of course not. But it's any random creature. Have you? Let me ask you, chat. Have you ever faced a Magic the Gathering creature before? What did you do? What did you have to do to that creature to get rid of it? Did you block it? Do you have it? Did you force it to block? Did you destroy it? Did you deal a bunch of damage? Yeah, Cascade and 2/2 Bear. Cascade on 3 CMC isn't too powerful. Tell that to the modern players. Of course, in Commander, you probably want to have, like, you'd have to make sure that you don't play with any 1-drops or 2-drops so you can cascade into something juicy. Yeah, it dies to Lightning Bolt. I think this card passes. You know what? I think this card got some Fuel of Nissa in them, and it's totally fine. Okay, next up. This is the Junk Warden. Now, the Junk Warden is a 7-mana 6/6 human druid. When Junk Warden enters the battlefield, you win the game on the spot. Busted. You know what's funny? They made it 7 mana, so it can't be put into play with that land that we looked at earlier. The land that says you have to put you can put a 5-drop onto the battlefield. The odd readers of the bones of a friend of hate is all the presence of fire. But where does that leave us on our bingo card? Still land, can't read cards, you win the game more than once. No, we only won the game once. No card name. Turn 1, win the game. No, reminder text is wrong. Non-functioning loyalty and Yu-Gi-Oh card. No, we don't. Doesn't hit any of them. This becomes the best reanimate target ever. Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah. So it's like it takes the extra steps away from Thassa's Oracle. You basically just need to tutor this onto the battlefield. All of a sudden, Court of Calling. Court of Calling might be broken. Might be completely broken. 7 mana cards have to win you the game too literally. Yeah. We forgot, like, 7 mana cards are, like, really, really strong. Usually game ending. This one will end the game instantly. Well, what is going on with this picture? It is like, I want to say these are like forklifts or something. I have no idea what machinery is going on over here. And then we've got some sort of woman rapper. I don't get it. They're the Junk Warden, though. They taking care of the junk around there. Turn 1? Are you how the hell you tell me, Lucian? How are you winning the game in turn 1 with this thing? You're gonna win the game? What, you just pull out 7 mana cards out on turn 1? Unbelievable. Yeah, she won the Junk Wars. Warding the junk. She's a mechanic. Oh yeah, she does look like a mechanic. Mechanic hanging out in the junkyard, looking for that gold. She's a junk diver. All right. It's probably broken. Probably. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it is broken. Like, artifact decks would just ramp into this thing and be like, Junk Warden, do I win the game? Huh? You got anything? You got anything for me? Let's get like a change of music. We're still gonna be around here for a little while. How about this? There we go. Okay, next up, we've got the Volshock Axe. Volshock Axe is a black 2 generic 0/22 human soldier. Whenever Volshock Axe becomes blocked by a creature, you may conjure a duplicate of an opponent and gain this spell cost 1 less to cast. What? I don't even understand what's going on here. I like the art here. Yeah, 0/22/22. We're all toughness. No offense. 100% defense. What's an unmovable object versus an unstoppable force? Judge! My opponent is cloning me. Yeah, more opponent's yays. Yeah, whenever it becomes blocked by a creature. Who would block this? Volshock Axe literally attacks for nothing. You may conjure a duplicate of an opponent and gain this spell cost 1 less to cast. Like, how are you gonna copy their deck? Copy my opponent, so do I get a copy of their deck too? I would guess so. Dies to Death Touch, it's fine. Dies to everything. Sakashima's been hitting the gym apparently to be able to copy players. Oh yeah, doing some extra heavy lifting here. You clone your opponents and it's in the Doran colors. Oh, true, actually. So you can have Doran out and attack for 22. Imagine this on Arena. Oh, yeah, that would work. Copy your opponent, their life total. Oh, my God. Now there are 2 of them. I am making more friends to play to. You are becoming the friends. You are one with the friends. All right, you're a nerd, so you're a 0-1. Sorry, this card probably. It's more like a 0-22. Non-functioning loyalty turn 1. No, we got nothing here. Doesn't hit any of the bingo cards. So do we have one more opponent then? I don't know. You know, I would figure that this opponent make a do. Do you know what? I think you're right. If we make it like this is not our ally. Like we're making a copy of someone else. Wow, this it danger the opposite way around. You get copies of all their spells and permanents. I don't know if it's gonna work like that. I mean, maybe it is something we control. Just like a commander game. So like technically there's 3 opponents, like a permanent mind slaver for 1 person. Wait, I gain this spell costs 1 less. You may conjure a duplicate of an opponent and gain that this spell costs 1 less to cast. Oh, that's like pretty nonsensical. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty meaningless when it's already on the battlefield. Completely unless you have multiples, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I think this is crap. It's I think chaos ensued a little bit too much. It's not complete chaos, but chaos enough. It only works for the tutorial games in Arena. You conjure the card they use as a profile character. What are our opponents but 0-40 creatures? All right, moving on. We got Abhun Pricker. This is a Pricker, the Ridge Breaker. It's a black 3 generic 4 loyalty god. And +1, draw a card, then discard a card. -2, gain control of target creature for as long as you control Abhun Pricker Ridge Breaker. Then -8, destroy up to 4 target creatures that enter the battlefield. Uh-oh. Wouldn't that be just your creatures? Your creatures are the only ones that enter the battlefield. Okay, -7, you get an emblem with you may play an additional land on each of your turns. That's quite the hefty ability for like literally -7 loyalty. And it can become your commander. Yeah, exactly. The -8 only hits your stuff. You think this is Yu-Gi-Oh card level? Okay, do you know what? No, it's still too clear. The font needs to be smaller. It's got to be smaller font. It doesn't have entered the battlefield this turn, so it's a useless clarification. Well, I think we can read between the lines around here. This is completely doable. Most creatures enter the battlefield at some point. Yours is amazing. It's the Ridge Breaker. They're gonna break you. Kind of comment on cards. Stand. Nope. You win the game more than once. Reminder text is wrong. Nikachu can't read cards. I read this thing perfectly. I read good. Okay, anyway, Ridge Breaker. Mostly thumbs up. Very interesting card. Okay, we got Rootway. It's a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. It taps for black. You can tap and exile it to add Simic colors and also counter target spell unless you pay 0. Unless I pay 0. Well, I'm going to choose not to. That's actually insane. So hold on, I add mana and I counter a spell. Well, okay, do you know what's interesting? I need a target for this card. I actually cannot tap, exile, and add the mana. I actually need a target for this card. Yeah, of course I'll pay. Yeah, of course we're gonna pay the 0. I believe I will not. You'll not pay the 0. So the interesting part of the second ability is if you don't have a target, then you can't play the thing. You can't play the thing. You can't exile it and get the mana. So basically, while something is on the stack, you can exile it, counter it, and then get the mana at the same time. It also adds for white. This thing does everything. Literally has 3 mana abilities. It hits everything but red. If the target spell is... Oh, that's right! We can target our own spells. You can pay the 0 to not counter it. That's right. So that's why they give us the option. I would like to sacrifice my root way to target my spell around here. And you want, shall I pay the 0? I shall pay the 0. Counter target spell unless you pay 0. Yeah, I will pay the 0. I'll sit to save my spells. Is not paying 0 the same as paying 0? I have no idea. No, paying 0, you have to pay 0. It sort of reminds me of a thing. You could buy nothing on eBay, and there was like this really long... It was like you can buy nothing on eBay for $10, and there was this really long disclaimer about you will be shipped nothing because it costs nothing to ship nothing. Something to that effect. Design 8 out of 10, power creep. Well, enters the battlefield tap. Hey, let's get this thing out of the way. It's basically it's strong, but let's look at it for what it is. It enters the battlefield tapped, and it's basically like an Orzhov land with no other ability except that it's got like a... What is that Vayne card? Something Vayne, where you can sacrifice the land to add 2 mana, but you do need to have something on the stack to get the mana. So it's not... I don't think it's broken. I actually think this is just like a run-of-the-mill, enter the battlefield tapped Orzhov land with a sacrifice ramp ability. No, all your super chats... Oh, do you have another super chat? Oh, we have a few super chats. Steve Cooper, thank you very much for your super chat. Fontavuita is funny with Firesong and Sunspeaker. Or Judith, Carnage Connoisseur. They give instants and sorceries lifelink. Dono ×3. Okay, we're going to look at a few more cards. And then, so you're about to die. Copy your opponent and watch them defeat themselves. Is that here? The Volshock Axe or something? Yeah, sorry, Salty Red. I do not know what the reference to that super chat was. But don't worry, every super chat looks at 1 extra card at the end of the show. It's also an uncounterable hard counter on a land drop. Well, you can still counter the ability, so you can stifle it. So it's not like a counter spell can target it, but things like Stifle can hit it, Nimble Obstructionist, Tishana's Tidebinder. So those effects will work. These lands would still be oppressive in a control deck? Maybe? Honestly, control decks don't like to sacrifice their lands. That's like the last thing they want to do. I think this card is more playable than everyone's giving credit for. I mean, it's probably still strong. I'd be more concerned about this card in maybe a combo deck. Maybe a combo deck. Ku is just like, it danger for sure. I'm still finding the border choice funny. Wonder if the AI chose that or not. Oh, I love the border. Love the border. I love the art. I love everything about that land. Okay, if you guys think it's danger, all right, we send it to the rank. Okay, now we're in the super chat part of the show. So thank you very much, Salty Rad, for your super chat, and for that we will look at another card. No name. No name. Where's no name card? Oh, still no bingo. We're 1 away here. We're 1 away here. It's close. It's getting close. Okay, we have no name to this card. It's a squirrel, so forget the boar. This is the squirrel's card. It's a 2-mana 1/1 legendary squirrel. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, create a 1/1 blue boar creature token. The creature has base power and toughness 7/7 until end of turn instead. What the hell? You cast your first spell during each opponent's turn. We get a 1/1, but then it's like a 7/7 anyway. It's like, what is it? Like the squirrel brings the 7/7 boar to the yard. Her children rots forever. That's disgusting. That you've got to do the Forgotten Dragon Fire. I would like to forget that my children are rotting. Thank you very much. Until end of turn. It is, yeah. Well, it's until end of turn, but it's still pretty damn good. You know, that's going to surprise people. It's a 1/1. I think that's insane. Okay, do you know what? I guess you can never be offensive with this card because you have to play your spells on your opponent's turn. So you get the 7/7s. Does it turn all your 1/1s? Create a 1/1. The creature. Oh, no, it's just the new 1/1 that enters the battlefield. Hey, I didn't dispute anything. I said it becomes a 7/7 creature. Just adding your commentary here. You got a legit. I read the card correctly. Yeah, to get the flash, you get to flash a 7/7, but people can see it and play around it. Well, in some sense, yes. I mean, if I were the opponent, I would just attack first, so that, you know, because if oh no, it doesn't matter. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. I guess you need to incentivize. We need to be incentivized to cast a spell, the 7/7's in play, and then now you know, and then you just attack somebody else for the turn. Bingo number 4, distracted in real life. No, I haven't been distracted in real life. Chubby Meatball hasn't distracted me. Amazon hasn't distracted me. Cantrip decks love this. Do they? I mean, I guess. You cantrip, you get your 7/7, then you get something else. Anti-aggro creature. It can be somewhat aggro itself. You're gonna get a bunch of 1/1s over time. Yeah, it's only a 7/7 until I understand. I get it. Okay. It's how good is this? It's pretty good in a blue deck. It might actually not be that broken. Leyline of Anticipation makes this card easy to trigger. I think like any blue cards, black card, like I think in a Golgari deck, it's easy to trigger as well. I wouldn't say it's mediocre. I would not want to play against this in competitive Magic, that's for sure. It'd just feel always impossible to attack into somebody. Okay, always. Okay, I want to attack. Oh, here's a 7/7. Yeah, they just play a removal spell on one creature, get a 7/7. Try beating this in limited, okay? In a draft or sealed, it'd be impossible. There's just so much blowout potential. You could copy the heck out of this with haste. I guess you could do that as well. No, you can't copy it. It's legendary. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay. I think it's very interesting. I think it's very strong. Strong but doable. The Egg Name Initiator is a white enchantment with After Cat 4. When and by the way, this super chat is brought to us by Salty Rad. Thank you very much for that super chat. We looked at another card. Okay, After Cat 4, when Egg Name Initiator enters the battlefield, target player draws a card. Is that it? Well, I would like to choose myself. The After Cat. It must be like an Amonkhet thing. It's like a cat zombie. It's got to be that. The After Cat. It's the Afterlife Cat. After Cat Zybers. Why are there a bunch of eggs on the art? What does... You know, cats aren't born from eggs, for crying out loud. Yeah, man, if you have a Shieldred out... Does that work? Oh yeah, like draw a card. What's interesting is you can blank this to keep drawing cards. It's almost like a Wall of Omens. Well, does anyone know what After Cat 4 would mean? Do I get to put a cat in play like an army? Well, there are 4 eggs. Must be After Cat. Yeah, no, there's like a 5th one over here. But I guess it's off screen, so it doesn't count. These 4 eggs are ours. These are our eggs. These are those are cat eggs. Hey, look, you know what else also is born from an egg? The Easter Bunny. Bunnies apparently come from eggs. We should have misspelled word on the next bingo card for initiator instead of initiator instead of initiator. Yeah, Friginka can add that for next time. We already did the sponsored segment. I told you the music gonna be a little jank today, so that's how it is for the foreseeable future. Normally, so I love this. Normally, cats don't lay eggs, so maybe it's an MTG. Yet what do you mean by normally, Nuclear Yoshi? Please name me any cats that lay eggs. Yeah, this is how I want to look at it. Amass cats 4. Copy 4 times for each cat on the battlefield. I guess so. Check your mic at the opening afterwards. It sounded like you were underwater for a bit. Oh no, that's just the... Look, I told you, the show is going to be a little janky. I'm having huge technical difficulties with the primary way that I do this show. So we're working with a secondary way. Because yesterday we had no show. because nothing was working. Nothing was working. So this is just how it is. I know what you're talking about. It probably does sound like that. Probably not. The audio is not perfect, but it's good enough that we got something going. No super chats though. And music is going to be a little bit weird. Okay, and sound is just going to be weird in general. Egg name initiator. I don't know what to say about this card. Moving on. Another nameless card. It's 3 mana 2/2 Goblin Scout. This creature has feared under your control. This card is brought to us by Steve Cooper. And also we'll have Dono times 3. All right, we'll look at 3 cards. You gave 3 cards worth of super chats. Dude, never played Minecraft and used the cat egg before? No, I've never played Minecraft. I've watched some Minecraft on YouTube, but that's the extent of it. Okay, we get to roll a 6-sided die for 7 mana. To malfold, replicate, return it to the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Do we say that reminder text? I think the reminder text is wrong. I think this reminder text would be wrong no matter what the hell this thing is. Falafel waffle. Is that a bingo? Did we make bingo? Did we get a bingo? Reminder text it. We got a bingo! Here's our bingo today. Excellent. Let's see how many bingos we can make. It may not be the only bingo that we have available today. There's more bingos to be had around here. Okay, we got 1 bingo. This is a little bit weird. It's just flat out stupid, but whatever, we'll count it. Because sometimes they give like real reminder text, but it's just, you know, it's real reminder text. It's just useless. It's for the wrong ability. We're close to like 4 bingos. We just need some jank. You need that, or you need Chubby Meatball to distract me. Okay, hold on. What about this card? Useless. Completely useless card. This creature has feared under your control. None of this makes sense. I understand the Goblin Scout is running away. Running very, very far away. Okay, we have 2 more freebies, thanks to Steve Cooper. Okay, we got the Furnace Blade Master. The 3 mana 4/4 Phyrexian Beast. It's a legendary creature. It has got badass art, I have to say. When Furnace Blade Master enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 1 damage to each player. Okay, that's actually quite pathetic. I was expecting something way more devastating. Now, each creature has base power and toughness 31! This is nuts! Absolute crazy. Each creature has base power and toughness 31. It absolutely a danger. All the mana dorks on the battlefield completely get powered up. Turn 1, Birds of Paradise. Turn 2, Furnace Blade Master. Oh no, I tap my... Okay, turn 1, Birds of Paradise. Turn 2, land Soul Ring Furnace Blade Master. Attack you for 31 with my Birds of Paradise. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, it's a 3 mana 31/31 by itself. So forget that 4/4. Each creature has base power and toughness 31. It breaks only poison. Wow, you know what? Even in Commander, I wouldn't feel so confident immediately down to 9 life after like 2 turns. MTG Red Aggro unplayable in 20 years. Yeah, aggro's back, baby. We found a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You think this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card? I don't feel like this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. This is just not, it does not speak Yu-Gi-Oh to me. In Yu-Gi-Oh, they have like power and toughnesses of hundreds. It's just too small. This is too small for Yu-Gi-Oh. The 1 ping is just totally irrelevant. No, it's not. Hey, you go from 40 to 99, and then we get you for 31 damage. You go straight to 8. You gotta be careful. Yeah, if it was 3100, that'd be a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So for me, Yu-Gi-Oh, the number's got to be in the hundreds, and also, or the text needs to be completely loaded, and at least remotely, the font needs to get small enough. Okay, yeah, with the Furnace Blade Master, in danger to the rank with this card. Screw that card. And we have 1 more freebie from Steve Cooper. We've got The Retrieval Georturd 3. Oops. Retrieval Georturd 3. This is it's a land. Tap, draw a card, and you lose 1 life. Also for... That's actually insane. This is like library. This is super library of Alexandria. Then for 2 mana, sacrifice. It's actually, sorry, it's sacrifice retrieval, Georturd 3, counter target creature spell, scry 1. This is insane! This is absolutely insane. It's like a perpetual... Oh, no, sorry. You have to sacrifice it. I'm sorry. I forgot about the sacrificing thing. So, okay, it's not that crazy, but it's still pretty damn good. I thought it was like, when I first read this, I thought it was just like blue, tap. How do you sacrifice it? You just sacrifice it. Sacrifice retrieval, Georturd. So you just sacrifice the land itself. Pay 2 blue, sacrifice it, and counter target creature spell, scry 1. It's just the ability. Like anything else. You don't sacrifice it. You oh, yeah, that's right. You sacrifice it. Oh, wait a minute. Have I been corrected? Have I been corrected by chat? Oh, no, we already had one. Did you correct me? Iconic comment, turn 1. Nikachu can't read cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Non-functional. Oh, I think you guys already corrected me. We already got that card. No, I read the card properly the first time. It's worse than... It's not worse than a land. Come on. Library of Alexandria is literally banned in Commander and banned in Legacy. And this is very close to it. Except you don't even need to have like 7 cards in your hand. You just draw the card and lose 1 life. You would pay 1 life to draw a card any day, okay? You would pay 1 life anytime. This card, I think it's Ibers, to be honest. I love this card. I love everything about it. No one would like me playing it, though. I think Library of Alexandria should be legal in Commander. Why can't I play Library of Alexandria? I think that's so rude. Library isn't banned for power reasons, though. Yeah, but that's the weird thing. That, like, there's so many expensive cards in Commander now. Like, what the hell is Mishra's Workshop doing? You know? It's a super expensive card. Okay, moving on. Who we got? We got Salty Red Super Chat. Thank you very much for the Super Chat. And with that Super Chat, we look at another card. See how many bingos we can make today. The Sublish Scourge. This is a 3-mana 6/4 zombie with ninjutsu. Ninjutsu of 3 mana. Return an unblocked creature unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield tapped. Onto the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. Other creatures you control are 1/1 black skeleton creature in addition to its other types. All right, you're a black skeleton. If it rolled with the Nixit, prowess Incicerate, reduced cost 2 moans. That sounds like a flavor text if you ask me. The ninja zombies. Now we've seen everything. They're really good too. Because you know what? Those ninja zombies, they can spring up from under the ground. That's how great those ninjas are. You do know that's the characteristic ninja mechanic, right? Return an unblocked attacker. I don't get... What, was it written poorly or something? Yeah, I understand. That is ninjutsu. Lucian is like, that's horrifying. Ninjutsu on a creature that isn't a ninja. That's correct. That is correct. Incorrect reminder text. Oh, you mean at the bottom? Well, we got that one already. It'd be really cool if you could ninjutsu from the graveyard. That would... yeah, but at the same time, that might be actually broken, too. Just constantly have this thing in the graveyard that can come back. I think they would see it coming. Oh, you're a Platonic Liquid in the house. Loves ninjutsu. 1/1 ninjutsu with downside for 3. And it's a 6... Yeah, hold on. Like, I'm just wondering, is it worth it? I guess it is worth it. I was like, ninjutsu... This ninjutsu cost is like the same as its actual casting cost, but I guess you want to play the ninjutsu cost because the creature was unblocked. So you can just return it back to hand and it's BAM! 6 damage. Ninjutsu from the graveyard is called Impure World Resurrection. Are you going to make it? It sounds like a custom card ready to be conjured up into existence. It's not 1/1. Other creatures are 1/1. So other creatures you control are 1/1 black skeleton creature in addition to its other types. That's correct. So this thing is a 6/4. It's fine. So it comes at a cost. You're gonna shrink everything else. So make sure that 6 damage actually matters. We have Eskil. If you have a bunch of walls, this can turn them into useful 1/1s. It could. Okay. Yeah, in some cases you could upgrade. You could upgrade that 0. Where's that 0 mana creature that we just looked at not too long ago? Oh, is it too far? There you go. You can upgrade your Volshock Axe from a 0/22 to a 1/1 if you really need the power that badly. All right, moving on. We've got the multiverse, and the multiverse is, what the hell is this? Brought to us by Zootang. I'm late to the show. Thank you so much, Zootang, for your super chat, and for that we extend the show with the multiverse. It is a 4-mana sorcery. Multiverse's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Add blue stickers is gone. This makes no damn sense. This is just complete nonsense. This is chaos ensued by just screwing with my brain here. Sticker hate. Yeah, sticker hate. You ban the stick. The stickers are banned around here. Just rips off the stickers. Yeah. Rip it off. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off. It's going to take a little paper with it, too. There was a sticker set way back. This counters all the stickers. Oh, yeah. Well, stickers are now just... They're not banned in Commander, right? They're actually banned in all the competitive formats. So they said, like, Legacy, Vintage, and Pauper, they're all banned. Not until end of game. Perpetual stickers are removed from Magic. No. All cards that bring a sticker or attraction to the game are banned. Stickers are gone. Delete stickers as a mechanic. I think that's the idea. But it's only in the game. No stickers allowed. Yeah, the artwork is incredibly fitting. Yeah. Goodbye, stickers. Do you know what? This passes. I don't care about this first ability. I think we can all come in and agree that stickers are stupid. I fear the day that I have to play against a sticker player, because then I'm gonna have to be like, oh my god, do I actually have to learn how this works? I do not know how stickers work. I've never been forced to learn it because I never wanted to. Can you just keep adding the blue? You know what? You're right. No. You know what? No, maybe you're right. Yeah. Okay, it's broken. It danger. Was this even AI generated? I think the card was AI generated. I think the art was chosen by whoever made it. Oh, it was Will Weaver, actually. You ask Will Weaver. Will Weaver has all the answers. All right, next up, we've got Merciless. Maybe one more. Absolutely, maybe one more. And maybe it is Stitch of the City. It is a blue, 1 generic X sorcery. Create a Kick Forp until end of turn. I swear Kick Forp is a mechanic we've heard about before. Wait, this is a source. It is a sorcery. How does the oh, you're talking about the last card still. Create a what? We create a Kick Forp. What is the X for? The X is for nothing, but we already crossed out the redundant X card. Oh, you know what? Hold on, we had the Bang of Magic. That was an iconic comment on the card. I like that. Okay, we can definitely cross that. We did have an iconic comment, because I actually wrote it down. I thought that was great. The Bang of Magic. That, it was like, what was that, the hamster or something? Okay, we can't, we're still, some of these depend on me, but I can read. I'm being extra careful today because of the bingo card. I'm being extra careful. So like this one is doomed. This top left corner is doomed. But the rest of them are still possible. We haven't seen any still land cards for a little while. Why you kicked the Forp? I don't know why we kicked the Forp. Anyway, it's not a functioning X. Yeah, need you to misread a card to get a bingo. And you all need to get in and catch me on it at the same time. I don't know, people on the replay can verify if I've misread any of the cards. And we've got the biggest of all Super Chats, Platonic Liquid. How many cards does this Zyber? Gotta fill out that bingo card. Let's look at 5 more cards, Platonic Liquid. Thank you so much for your very generous super chat. I'd have an amazing sound effect for you, but the sound effects are basically broken. My stream is slightly broken today. Is needing you to turn your head to read like battles to... Yeah, I gotta read those battle cards. Our first one, we got the Trans Ginger's Tell Chant. You can be trans and ginger at the same time. This is a scientist dragon. It's 1/3. It's a very cute art, I have to say. It's got Death Touch, and other elves you control get +1/+1, and you can sacrifice the Trans Ginger's Tell Chant to Trans Ginger's Tell Chant deals 5 damage to any target. It works. Show Grace is like, I know a few trans gingers. They're also scientist dragons. The other elves. Yeah, other elves. Well, yeah, other elves. That's when you dye your hair red, your head red. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the other elf. Well, you know, I can't remember. I think there are some cards out there that reference other creature types. Just in case this becomes an elf itself. Teamer. Oh yeah, it's a teamer card. It's for a green, is it, and 3 generic. Yeah, all the elves but that one. Well, it's not an elf in the first place. If you got the money, I got a guy that flies to you and fixes things. He's not magic. He uses planes. I don't understand. Imagine being a trans dragon. Dragon who used to be a ginger elf. Oh yeah, you know what? That's an interesting idea to the lore. Transition to dragon. There is an elf in the picture. Yeah, you know what? I don't know how they make the arts to these things, but I always find it fascinating that the art has some relation to the actual card to some degree. What's with the death touch? Yeah, death touch applies to ping. Yeah, so basically, when we do sacrifice this, we can deal 5 damage, but we'll ultimately kill whatever we target with this thing, as long as it's not indestructible. Whereas protection from dragons. All right, so a very funny card. They probably feed the oracle text into the image prompt. That's I wonder what happens when you do that. All right, here's make an AI generated card. Make an AI Magic the Gathering art based on these abilities. Wait, the elf has dragon wings. Are they also transing into a ginger dragon? I suppose so. I think this is the this is the dragon scientist. I guess they're sacrificing each other. One of them transitioned into a dragon though. Oh no, this is not a computer tech issue. I think this is a StreamYard issue, by the way. I use a client called StreamYard, and it's not working on Chrome. It works. It's a long story short, I use a virtual camera from OBS, translated into StreamYard, this online client. It works fine in Firefox, which is what I'm on right now, but all of a sudden it's broken on Chrome. It's either like a Chrome update got corrupted or something wrong with StreamYard itself. It's definitely not a, well, it's not a hardware issue, that's for sure. Or I don't know if I don't think it's that big of a software issue on my side. My typos are on point today. They're beautiful. Okay, the transgender tell chant. That was the first card, I believe. Okay, we have 4 more to go from Platonic Liquid's generous super chat. We got the Word Green Unkeeper. Now, this is a 4-mana instant. Lands you control have 0. Target creature with power 2 or less gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Oh, wow, this is the first time we see a tap symbol in the flavor text. Tap. Not because all much forgotten change. Not because all much forgotten change. I love it. You think this is broken? Lands you control have 0. Target creature with power 2 or less gets... Oh, yeah, well, you have to get this out on turn 4, though. You can still block that creature. Oh, no, but then again, you could, like, attack, see for blocks. Oh, you didn't block that one? Oh, I just buff it up to infinity. You're right. This is broken. Infinite Crimes. commit crimes around here. I tap to activate my flavor text. Yeah, no, take that, Yugi. The flavor text. I tap, not because all much forgotten. Change. Yeah, the land effect doesn't have any tap ability. Wait, can you buff indefinitely? Absolutely. Buff infinitely, I should say. But it doesn't go infinite, does it? Target creature with power 2 or less gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So the way you would work this is you pay 0, and with the ability on the stack, you pay 0 again. With the ability on the stack, you pay 0 again. With the ability on the stack, you pay 0 again. With the ability on the stack, you pay 0 again. Or target creature with power 2 or less. Or does it need to have less than 2 power? Or sorry, does it need to have less than 2 power when it resolves? I actually don't know about that. David says can't buff indefinitely because after the first buff. Well, no, here's the thing. So does it not count after the first one resolves, or can I like stack a million on the stack and then let them resolve afterwards? It stops being a legal target when it gets buffed. Target creature with power 2. You know what? I think you're all right. Yeah, I think you're right. Target creature would not be legal after the first. Am I corrected here? Okay, I still read the card properly. Still land, no. Infinite target, but not infinite buff. All right. It's Ibers! It's Ibers. And has a tap symbol in the flavor text, which is bizarrely interesting. Okay, we got the Charge Mage. This is a 3-mana 2/2 zombie beast. It's a legendary creature with Planeswalk. That's is that how it's spelled? I guess so. You know what? I got confused for a second. When I read Planeswalk, I'm thinking of like a Planeswalker, but this is literally Planeswalk, which there are not many of in the game. Pay 1, target Scream onto the battlefield under your control. That makes no sense. 2 mana, regenerate the Charge Mage. Yeah, actual Planeswalk. I think this is the 6th one in the actual game. Oh, it's screaming. It's scream you out of the game. Scream you back home. I want to build a commander deck around the Charge Mage. The 6th card with Planeswalk in MTG history. I know there's not many. I don't even know why. Yes, the original Planeswalker. For one mana, you have to scream and scream target into play. You can only buff something once, right? Power to. Oh, you're talking about the last card. Yeah, it only works for 1. Each Planeswalk and 1 is Silver Border. Oh, okay, so it's like this is the 9th one, 9th official one. Hard to be stealthy in an open field. That's right. All right, I have nothing else to say about this. It's screaming, and you know you. Target Scream onto the bat. This is its own thing, as far as I'm concerned. This card is its own. It whooped the Monarch. You target a permanent and it must scream. If it has no mouth, it better be screaming. All right. The Marching Familiar is a 3-mana. It's a saga. As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. Chapter 1. Any number of target non-other creatures can't on the battlefield. Chapter 2, untap target permanent. And also Chapter 3. Outed creatures you control get a +1/+1 and gain haste until end of turn. None of this makes damn sense. Yeah, it can't. It can't do anything. They can't on the battlefield. Some days they just literally can't. Look, today I can't. I can't do this. I don't want to out anymore. Sounds like too much drama. They got outed. Outed creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste until end of turn. Yeah, they're trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. Yeah, the non-other creatures can't. Like, how much more confusing does this get? This is such a confusing English card. Don't out your creatures, and if you do, they don't non-out them. outing the trans ginger dragon. They coming out as a trans ginger dragon. Okay, this chaos ensues too hard for me. This chaos ensues in a different way. This like really mind screwed me. It gave me mind fudge. All right, it fudged my mind. Outed is just a creature type. Outed creatures. Maybe that's what it is. An outed creature. This is an outed creature. It's out of the woods. It gets out. It touches grass. Votes, yeah, votes for no one. All right. And now our fifth card from Platonic Liquid. The Pyre of Solidarity. It's a blue sorcery. Target creature has base power and toughness 18 until end of turn. We're gonna need that in that metagame where it turns creatures into like 31/31s. So we can like basically downgrade it and not take nearly as much damage. Except it's sorcery speed. This is blue buff. This is like the most powerful blue buff of all time. This plus Blighted Agent, that's GG. It's a 1-card win condition. Color Pie breaks a bit. Doesn't blue manipulate power and toughness? Like I thought that was like that was sort of a blue thing. Like how it turns creatures into like 0/1s and 1 automatically 1/1s. Yeah, we broke poison. I say print it. I miss blue aggro. There's not a lot of blue aggro out there. That's the problem. This is normal blue. Can't remember exactly what would blue do here. Blue sets power and toughness like 4/3, 4/4, 5/5. Yeah, and it's setting it to 18. Power and toughness is 18 now. We're making Ornithopter great again. I'd say it's balanced. Simic might not even run it. That's how powerful Simic is today. We're not running the Pyre of Solidarity there. But would you play this in Merfolk? Probably! You know what's the hard thing? I have to play this at sorcery speed so someone can kill the creature in response. Unblockable and untargetable 1/1 turning into an 18/18. Yes, think of the possibilities. My coffee crew, think of the possibilities. Okay, I love this card. I don't think it hits our bingo card though. Still land, turn 1, win the game. This is more like turn 2, win the game. You win the game more than once. That's a hard one to hit. That one has to be really hard. I don't think that happens too often. Still land, non-functioning game, non-functioning loyalty. Okay, moving on. We got. Okay, this card is brought to us by Captain Rumia. At least extend the show a little while. Thank you very much, Captain Rumia. A 2-mana 5/2 artifact creature. When Horia mutation enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Whenever you discard a land card, turn Horia mutation and each creature your opponents control face down. That is a very, very relevant ability. That's a super relevant ability. I think this card, well, outside of the fact that it's a damn 5/2 creature for 2 mana. Hold on, no, it's turn. Okay, but if we discard a card, we have to turn this thing face down. It's just face down. They did surveil right. That's true. Yeah, 2 mana 5/2. A little strong. Not gonna lie, but it's worse than I think it's worse than Tarmogoyf. Horia instead of Hoira. Oh yeah, it's probably Hoira. It's probably Hoira. I didn't read it wrong. I pronounced it wrong. It's like 2 mana Ixodron. Yep. Seems sort of broken. Well, I mean, it's like a weird board wipe. Because you discard. Remember, it's whenever you discard a land card. So when you cycle a land, you will trigger this ability to turn each creature opponent's controls, but plus this one face down. So it's like a weird board wipe to some degree. Dice to shock. Not unless I cycle a land in response. You trying to shock my Hoira, are you? Well, I have a response. What is going on here? Are they like going back in time? I feel like there's a projector of going, and there's some sort of projector and time travel going on over here. Died to bolt, it's fine. I think the power and toughness are the power is a little pushed, but For this show's standards, it's quite in line with the power level of Magic the Gathering. Would still die to shock, as it would presumably be a 2/2. Oh no, I think if you turn the cards face down, they're just face down cards. They don't even have power and toughness. Morph creatures are 2/2. Manifest creatures are 2/2. But if you just turn a card face down, it's nothing. It's just a nothing card. Billy Duck says, I think the tech discussion from a few minutes ago about StreamYard Chrome counts for the Nikachu gets distracted in real life space. That's not in real life. We're on. That was a chat thing. I'm not counting it. What about if it's a card that flips? I actually don't know. I don't remember the thing. Nope. Face down cards by default are always 2/2s. I don't think that's true. No face down cards in the rules default to no face down cards in rules. Really? I swear I was up against a card that just turned the cards face down and then that was it. Like I have a friend that plays a morph deck, and there was a card. Oh, it used to be true that they were nothing. Now they are 2/2s by rule. Is that a new rule? Okay. I was playing with a judge and they didn't mention anything. Disguise? Well, no. So like there was a situation where hold on. Maybe it was Ixodron. It's like Ixodron. It's reminder text, not the rules text. Okay, okay. Face down cards are 2/2s. I am corrected. I'm corrected on the rules. Correct. 2/2 if on battlefield and not otherwise specified. I think everyone has mentioned chapter of this rule. There we go. Platonic Liquid. 708.2a. If a face-up permanent is turned face down by a spell or ability that doesn't list any characteristics for that object, it becomes a 2/2 face-down creature with no text and no name. You know what I find interesting? So many of you Commander players know the rules better than competitive players. I wouldn't know that card, but you guys you get into interactions so much more often than we do. Like just a lot of really random niche interactions with a wider rule set. All right, that's it for today. Do we have another super chat? Oh, did you just make this one extending the show again? I think okay, maybe that was your super chat. Okay, just in case that was or wasn't, let's take a look at this one. I know you did one Captain Rumia. Maybe you did another. Okay, the Death Leaper Chariot. It's a 4-mana enchantment. Pay 2. We go infinite. We go absolutely infinite on this card. 4 mana. But we do need to get that 2 mana in there. You need money to make money. This is the definition of using money to make money. It's literally 2 mana and gain infinite red. And I guess an extra 2 colorless at the end of it. Yeah, infinite red mana. It danger big time. Super it danger. And with that, we're going to end the show on that. We did pretty good on the bingo. We got 1 bingo. Maybe next time we can get another bingo. Either I will use the same AI bingo card or maybe for Ginka we'll make another one. Thank you very much for joining me today. As usual. Here, hold on. Where's my usual stuff here? Okay, thanks for being here. As usual, if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And thank you so much to the Coffee crew for being here today. People like Deeper with Diego, and we got Koo and Nuclear Yoshi, Demanger, the Jaded Toads, Google, Joshua, we got Ristridin, Platonic Liquid, Toilet Duck, Summer Mermaid Star, The Damn Draws, Arcanus Ultra for Ginka. Huge shout out to for Ginka for making the AI bingo card. Cork, Sheevold, Bell, Hedgeman, Dr. Nemo, not the Zilla, Toads, S-Fax, Julio. We got Riv in the house, Cork, Ricardo, Pabno. We got Dragoin, Avatar of Woe, Merciless, Henrik, Light Code, because you guys are the show. So as usual on my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.